All right, good morning. The stock I want to talk about today, my algorithm is giving me a buy indication for this for two indicators. So looking at the stochastic and the moving average convergence divergence, this is a faster indicator. This is a more long-term indicator, but when these two overlap and both indicate, there's typically pretty good upside associated with the stock. One thing to keep in mind, so this stock is Kroger stock. Its earnings is today, so there's normally some volatility associated with that, based off the indicators and where it's at and where it's expected to perform. There's probably some upward momentum that's going to be associated with the stock today. All right, so looking overall, let's look at the charts here. So just looking at the charts of the moving averages. So right now, right, we have the 15-day crossing below the 40-day, and it's actually dropped below the 200-day simple moving average, which it has in the past. You see here the stock has been cyclical as of recently, dropping above and below the 200-day. But it looks like there's some upward movement potentially. And then here's the long term, right? So this trend line's been pretty flat, which means the stock has been pretty cyclical over the last year. So pretty good stock to buy in as far as momentum wise, buying in and selling as far as on the cycle. Volume's been pretty consistent as well here. Some spikes here. There'll probably be some spikes today with the earnings announcement. Price point oscillators down in 20 to 30% range, so that's pretty good. Normally a good indication of a buy. All right, the stochastic as well is indicating it's down here below 20%, and now I have the fast-moving stochastic crossing above the slow-moving stochastic, indicating short-term or in the near-term upward momentum. And then the moving average convergence divergences as well, getting ready to cross over. It looks like they've narrowed together, and we're getting ready to see another upward cyclical pattern like it was back here in mid-June, looks like. So if you look at mid-June, they crossed over, and here would be the buy point, and there's pretty decent upside here that rode out until August here for the moving average convergence divergence. So all in all, looks like some pretty good indications as well. Just looking at the candlestick here as well, which I generate this with Python. I've had some downward movement recently, but we do have a hammer right here. So hammers typically are indicative of upward momentum. And then it looks like volume as well. There was some uh, decent, just based off the previous couple months as far as the volume, this was pretty high volume of a buy for Kroger. So it looks like somebody entered into Kroger yesterday with a decent amount of money. So all in all, right now it's looking like Kroger is a good buy. I've got an indication with my algorithm, so I think I'm going to buy in today to the stock as well. It's pretty reasonably priced, 45.53, just based off analyst estimates. Right, average is 1.77 earnings per share. That's based off 37 analysts. Revenue is expected to go up. So if you look, going back to earnings per share a year ago, 0.62. It's now almost 3 times that is what the average estimate's going to be. So there's expectation for it to do well. Same thing with revenue. Year ago sales 52.45 billion, looking at 58.72 billion. The earnings history, as far as the surprises, or as far as how it did actually compared to what the estimate was, looks like some as of recent positive, especially last quarter, 533%. So it actually did a lot better than what people expected. They expected them to lose money, and they actually made 13 cents per share. So that's pretty good. Looking at the current estimates for earnings per share, so compared to 90 days ago and now 7 days ago, it's going up. So you see here for a little bit, it looks like 30 days ago they downgraded 1.60. 7 days ago, some of the estimates 1.77. So I think some people have dug into the stock and they're looking at it as a stock with some upside here, especially where it's sitting at now. And then looking at growth estimates here, so the current quarter, right, they didn't do too well, but next quarter the expectation is they're going to do pretty well. Current year they're down, right? They're down as far as their growth. Next year they're expected to grow. Next 5 years, 8.19%. Past 5 years, they haven't done too well, but the estimates are saying that they think they're going to do pretty well. So all in all, as I said before, I'm getting a buy indication here for the stock for Kroger. Historically, it's been a pretty non-volatile stock. It's one of the safer ones you can bet in. There's a dividend associated with it, but I do like to bet on these stocks occasionally due to them being cyclical. So it looks like we're at the bottom of a down cycle here and a good entry point to make. It looks like here about $4 swing. So the stock, and based off where its price is at, it's about 10%. So it's a pretty good return on this stock for where it's at. All right. Please let me know if you like this video, and thank you. Have a great day.